You ready to talk to our friends? Are you ready to talk to our friends? Yeah, make yourself comfortable. Good morning, friends, and welcome to another Wellness Wednesday. I am out on my front porch and it's a little chilly this morning, but it's not terrible. We've just recently started having a lot of rain, so it feels like summer is officially over and fall is here. But first off in this video, I have to say thank you to whoever it was that sent me that little salt container. When I was at the beach, I went with Autumn to the little cheese factory and we were showing different things there, and I showed it on the video and I said, oh, I've always wanted one of these. And as soon as I got home, in the mail was a cute little salt container that was just like the one I saw there, but it had a cute little saying on the top. I'll put a picture in here. And Amazon didn't put a note or anything saying who it was from, so they're really bad about that. So I don't know if you wanted to remain anonymous or not, but thank you. That was very touching to me when I opened that up and saw. Also a shout out to Rita. She sent me a really sweet card that was just so wonderful and I just really appreciated it. So if you guys remember, not 2 weeks ago, I was on here saying that I'm not giving up dairy, at least not yet, that it wasn't worth it, and I gave all of my reasons for why it's not worth it. And now here I am making a video letting you guys know that I have given up dairy. In the previous video, I said it's not worth it yet to give up dairy. I said I probably will at some point, but it wasn't worth it yet. But then all of a sudden, now it is worth it, and I will tell you why. While we were gone at the beach, my sister, who's from Texas, flew in to help my mom take care of the property. Then when we got home, she was still here, so we got to spend time with her here as well. Little Cedar the kitten is over here meowing. Maybe he'll come to visit us. But she was here and we had a great time, and we talked about nutrition and diet and stuff like we usually do. And she is having some health issues that she's wanting to deal with, so we talked about different strategies and stuff like that. The main thing is carpal tunnel, and I have had joint issues in my hand, specifically in my thumb joints before. It was while I was pregnant with Charity, and that is when I did my first Whole30. And I was telling her that I did a Whole30 and the pain in my hands went away completely. After I had it for many, many months, it went away completely and it never came back, even when I introduced food back. And my hypothesis to why is I think because of different foods that I was eating. Cedar, come here, Cedar. Cedar, come here, Cedar. Oh, it's Maple. That's not Cedar, it's Maple. Good morning, Maple. Good morning. Do you want to talk about wellness? Do you want to talk about wellness this morning? Or you just want to go play? Oh. The neighbors always have to honk their horn as they're leaving their driveway. I don't know, they're like signaling to the rest of the people there that they're leaving or something. I don't know what that is, but every day, multiple times a day. Oh, you ready to go? Hey, just say good morning. Okay, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Bye, Maple. Anyways, my hypothesis why my hand and joint pain went away when I went on the Whole30 and then didn't come back even when I added foods back is I think that because of foods that I was eating that were inflammatory to me, I had like a underlying low level of inflammation in my body, and it was to the degree that my body couldn't focus on healing my joint pain. It was like the inflammation was just busy everywhere else and couldn't, do the work of healing my joints. When I cut out all of those inflammatory foods, it's like it gave my body a break, and then the inflammation was able to go and do the job that it was supposed to do, which is heal my joints. So I don't think it was that I was allergic to a specific food and I just needed to cut that out in order for my hands to feel better. It was more I just needed a break from the inflammation for a while, and my body was able to heal those things, and then they're not an issue for me anymore. I haven't had joint pain like that at all for the last, Charity's 8 years old now, so I haven't had that kind of joint pain for 8 years. Anyways, so I had told her that, and she said, of course it was, it's very sad to have to think about going on a Whole30. Any kind of restriction is not fun, but she was motivated to put in the work to see if it would help her. And so she texted me a couple days, actually I think it was the day after she left, and said, I'm shopping for Whole30 right now. Whole30 starts today for me. And I told her I would join her in the suffering, not doing a Whole30 exactly, but that I would give up dairy for 30 days. So like I said, I have done Whole30s before. When I was pregnant with Charity, I did 3 months of a Whole30. That was my last trimester of pregnancy. I had the easiest delivery of all 5 of my kids. So many issues that I had been dealing with like went away. I was able to learn a lot about what kinds of foods do well for my body and what kinds of foods don't. And that is really what the Whole30 is all about. Even the creators of the Whole30 say it's not something that you're supposed to just live on forever, and it's not something you necessarily need to keep doing over and over again. You use it as a tool to learn about your body and about what you can handle, and then once you learn those things, you don't have to go back to the super strict Whole30 all the time. Maybe sometimes you'll need to if you really, really need a reset, or your body changes over time, so maybe you would want to try it again just to see if there's something new that your body is, not dealing with well. But anyways, all that to say, I'm not doing a Whole30 because I feel like I already know what my body does well with and what it doesn't. And the main thing that I feel like I can benefit from giving up is dairy. So on the Whole30, you're not supposed to have any like fake baked goods. So that would mean I would have to give up my egg white bread, which I don't think I have an issue with. You can't do any sweeteners like stevia. So I'd have to give up my electrolyte drink, which I don't think I have any issues with. I think it helps way more than it hurts. So because I wasn't willing to, cut out those things that I'm pretty sure that are fine for me, I'm just doing no dairy. I meant to look at my calendar and see how many days it's been since I cut out dairy. She texted me in the morning after I'd already had my coffee with cream, and that's when I started, right when she texted me. So I had almost a full day, and then I think it's been 4 or 5 days since then. I'll figure it out and put it up on the screen. But I have been very surprised with how easy it has been. I was worried that it was going to be like 3 or 4 days or longer of just craving and kind of like coming off of sugar. Whenever I've come off of sugar after eating a lot of it for an extended period of time, it just takes a long time and there's cravings and you just kind of have to muscle through it. And with this, I really haven't had that problem. It's mainly just getting out of habits and just getting out of, going to the fridge and being able to grab a slice of cheese or grab a cup of cottage cheese. That's just easy. Dairy is super convenient for me. And so just creating different patterns around what I'm eating, it's been good for me, and it's not actually been that hard. If I had those habit things that I was dealing with along with cravings, that's when it gets really difficult. The kitties are just like going around the table and they're being crazy. Cedar? No, that's Maple. Maple, what are you doing? You looking for something? Yeah? I put Izzy inside because I saw the kitties coming and I didn't want any scuffles. No scuffles this morning, please. Okay, so where was I? What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, so transition has been super easy. I went to Chipotle 2 days ago, and had to get, a burrito bowl with no cheese and no sour cream. And that kind of thing, it still tasted great. It was really good food. It's just that kind of thing. I'm like, ooh, I'm not getting as much for my money as I could have, So it's just little things like that, the convenience, the ease, getting out of habits. But other than that, it's been really good. I can't say I've noticed any huge differences in my symptoms or how I feel, but it's only been a few days, so I'm gonna give it longer before I judge any of that. I did take a weight measurement at the beginning, so I have that, and I thought, oh, I should take pictures and I should measure, but guys, I'm just so unmotivated. It's super easy just to step on the scale, and it takes work to measure and take pictures, so I just haven't done it, even though I wanted to. Even though I was going to, I just haven't done it because I don't care. So the other tweak that I mentioned in my weight loss tweaks video from, I think 3 weeks ago, that I was more leaning towards then was the alternating between lean days and higher fat days. And I actually still do want to do that. And I was thinking I would get into this dairy-free thing and make sure I'm feeling okay. And once I got adjusted to that, then I would start alternating the lean days and the higher fat days. And since these cats, oh, these cats. Okay, and since things have been so easy, the transition has been very smooth. I'm feeling really good. Today is September 29th, I think. And I'm thinking I will start the lean and fat days October 1st and try to do the month of October dairy-free and alternating lean and fat days. I will be keeping a very close eye on how I feel and make adjustments as needed. I'm not just gonna muscle through something that I feel like is not good for my body. So I may make adjustments. I'm not planning on counting calories or anything regularly, but I may right at the beginning as I'm getting adjusted to it, I may count like fat grams. I may even do like where I write down everything I eat during the day and then at the end of the day count the calories. And that's just a good thing for me to do as far as counting calories, because even though I tell myself I'm not gonna do it, when I count my calories throughout the day and I can like see the number, it messes with my mind and I make different choices on what I eat based on what the calorie count is. It's silly and it's dumb and I should be able to get over it. Hopefully I will, but I just have chosen not to count that way. But sometimes it is good just to get an idea of how much energy you're consuming in the day. So I will try to do that maybe retroactively. So that's what's coming up. I'm gonna try to do a what I eat in a day video here soon where I just show you my dairy-free ketovore day. And then next Wednesday, I will have already started my alternating lean and fat, so I can give you an update on how that's going. And then I'm hoping to do some videos where I do 2 full days of eating, 1 lean day and 1 fat day, so you can kind of get an idea of how it's going. And that is what I have planned. So it's so funny how priorities can change, and it wasn't worth it 2 weeks ago, especially while I was on vacation, to give up dairy. But all of a sudden, because I want to support my sister and get the support from her by doing it at the same time, that can be so helpful. All of a sudden, giving up dairy was worth it. So that's why I like to think about food, not as like good and bad food, like dairy is bad, so anytime I'm eating dairy, I'm being bad. No, there are times where it's good to eat dairy, like when I was on vacation. It wasn't the right time to cut out dairy. But now that the situation has changed and my priorities have changed, now it's a good time to cut out dairy. It's not that dairy all of a sudden became bad, it's just the time for it. All right, that's it from me on this Wellness Wednesday. I love to hear what you guys are doing and what's working for you down in the comments. So let's chat down there. I'll talk to you again soon.
Kittens? I came outside on the porch so I could not be harassed by the children, and then I'm just harassed by crazy kittens. What is the deal?